You literally said, where do you want to go? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
My response to that when you asked me this during the week was St. Helena,
Why is that?
because it is an isolated island where they left Napoleon to die after the Napoleonic Wars
And where was Napoleon born?
in France.
Yeah. So that, in my head at least, makes you French. So
No,
Fuck
St. Helena is a British overseas territory.
nice.
It was always British. And the reason they put Napoleon there was so he couldn't escape.
nice.
It's isolated.
Yeah, like it's one of those places where it just takes you so long to get there. You know, just not because of distance, just because of like infrastructure.
You know what? After you asked me this, I looked up how to get to St. Helena. I would have to get a flight from here to South Africa, and then once a week during normal, regular times, there would be a flight to St. Helena. However, you also need permission from the UK government to even go on the island.
I mean, there's a lot of barriers.
Yeah.
Can I ask though? So, as a British citizen, because it's British territory, you could just go, couldn't you? Like,
No. You still need permission from the UK government to set foot on St. Helena.
So you can't just go as a tourist.
Nope.
What
You
even?
could probably apply to go in a tourist sense, but you can't just, I'm going to get a flight and go like
They
you would
have
in
to
Europe.
approve it.
Yeah.
How weird. Why is that?
Probably because it's a delicate ecosystem. It's a small island in the middle of the Atlantic. It's not got much outside influence. Therefore, you probably want to keep that safe.
I mean, fair enough, but I mean, like, it sounds like they're just being held captive by their own government almost. But
Well,
I mean,
in
I'm
saying
sure
that,
there's reasons for it.
one thing I forgot to ask you about last week is holidays.
Holidays, okay.
Holidays. We are
Yeah.
in a fortunate position where a vaccination program is going quite well. And I believe Marcus will be getting the jab. I know I will be getting the jab as soon as it becomes available to me.
Give me the fucking jab. Give me the
Yeah.
fucking jab. I want to get the fucking jab.
Hey, guess what? You get 2 jabs.
I'm gonna shoot
Two
up.
jabs, one in the left,
Shoot up,
one in the
bitch.
right.
I want to get some fucking jabs.
And I was thinking,
This is where we start to sound stupid now.
yeah, I was thinking about post-COVID holidays that I would like to book. The top of the list for me right now is Prague or
Prague's nice.
or Moldova.
Moldova, where's that?
It's pretty close to Russia.
Okay.
The reason I want to go to Moldova is the cheap beer. The cheap.
Don't you
fucking
want to
beer.
that? Yeah, and what's Prague known for? Also cheap beer, right?
Exactly.
Getting the Chubruskis in with the boys.
If I recall correctly, this is something Josh recommended we go to Moldova. So
Okay.
it's cheap in general.
Yeah.
Not just the beer, it's just cheap in
Right.
general.
Has it ever crossed your mind to go to somewhere warm?
I did, and I hated it.
I mean, I guess that's why we have beer jackets, just to warm up. Well, I went to Prague. When did I go now?
You've been a few times. Like, obviously, your father lives in the Czech Republic.
Well, I
Czech-
believe
I don't know
it's
what they call
Czechia
it
now.
now.
Yeah, Czechia.
Yeah,
So,
I need to remember not to call it Czechoslovakia. That's where I am
mate,
on
that's
this
like
history.
fucking. It's been Czech since before you were born, man. Like, I think
Yeah.
I want to say it was 91 when Czechoslovakia was partitioned, but I'm not sure.
I think it was after.
You probably know.
It would have been part of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, and I believe it was around 98 that they split.
You know, you're probably right, and I believe.
You know what? I'll let you continue. I will do a quick Google for you and clarify this.
Fantastic. This is why we have the laptop. This is why we're here. So yeah, like I'd go to Prague every now and then, not that often. Like I said, my dad does live over there. He doesn't live in Prague though. He lives in a different town. Basically, if Prague's London, then he lives in the Manchester equivalent. That's how I always see it, and just in terms of relative size, right? So I'd get a flight to Prague. I'd then make my way over to the train station. Huge train station, like it's magnificent, like it's massive. I mean, not as big as, like I'm sure China's got like a more like over the top setup. Okay,
feel
but
like-
really, really good.